Hi, welcome to Nook Tutorials. Today we are going to discuss about NumPy arrays. I will not take more than 5 minutes or around 5 minutes, and I'll cover the basics of arrays. With this tutorial you should be able to learn about most of the basic functions of arrays. So mainly we'll be covering three topics in this tutorial. One is array creation, the next one is how to append the values to arrays, and the third topic is all the other basic operations on arrays. So with that stated, let's dive into array creation. So there are multiple methodologies to create arrays. Why do you need all the methodologies might be your first question. So there are scenarios where you might need to generate large objects, large arrays or matrices, where you cannot type it with hand, or you want to generate the random numbers which you cannot type it with hand. That is where the different methodologies come into existence. So the first methodology is I'm creating with hand, which is from scratch. The first thing I need to do is import NumPy library. That's the first step. Then I have to do np.array to declare it is an array, and if you see, this is a list, and if I have to do one more brace outside this list, and we need to pass this to a function np.array, which makes it as a one-dimensional array. Similarly, I am passing two lists separated by comma, and I am using one more brace around it and passing it to np.array function, which makes it two-dimensional array. This is one row, this is one row, so 2 rows, 4 columns. So this makes it two-dimensional array from scratch. So I printed these arrays here, which is the first methodology. Let's go into the second methodology. I declare a list and I can convert to array. Since the list already has one brace, I'm adding one more brace to this one, so I make it as an array, and I printed it here. So the third methodology, this is the methodology where you want to generate random numbers, or you want to generate a big arrays which you cannot create with hand. This is where it helps. So np.zeros will all create all the zeros, 0 arrays, 3 rows and 2 columns. And the next one is the random.randint. So get me any value between the lower end is 1, the higher end is 5, with the size being 2 rows and 3 columns. Generate the two-dimensional array. So this is the array which was generated. This concludes the array creation. So let's go into the appending. So appending the values to list versus array, we see the difference and then move on to do the additional appending to two-dimensional arrays. So the first methodology is doing append to the single-dimensional array, and as stated above, this is a must if you are using array. NumPy is a library. I imported as np. Once then I can create arrays with this np. So I created a list, I appended 5 to it, l.append. The append with array is little different, so I converted the list to a is equal to np.array of l, which makes a new array a from the list. So I need to append to the array. I don't call a.append, rather I say np.append a comma one-dimensional array. I'm adding it, so this makes it so I have to see why it came as none 5, but the ideal thing is it should have come as 1 2 3 4 5. But this is one of the methodologies you can implement where you can append to the single dimensional array this way, np.append. So going into the second methodology, for a two-dimensional array it's little different. You cannot add a single value because it's a 2-row array. As you can say, it's a 2-row array. You can either add a different row or add values for each row. So you have to add add to each row. I have taken an option of adding to each row here. So in this methodology I have declared an array and then in the second I decided to add 5 and 5 at the end, 5 at the end. So what I stated was append np.array 5 comma 5 axis is equal to 1. This is intimating that add these values to each of the rows. So when you say axis is equal to 1, the array which is getting appended should have the same number of rows as the original array. So I printed it here. So the third methodology, instead of using axis is equal to 1, it's a much simpler one. You can use np.hstack, which is nothing but appending on axis 1, nothing more. So it also prints the similar way, which is on top of this appending. There is one more append we have done, so it prints this way. So this concludes appending the arrays. Let's move on to the basic operation on arrays. So there are several things we can do with basic operations. You can do multiplication, you can do addition, you can do size, shape, inverse, so on. So all of them are listed here. So I declared the array here. I wanted to know the shape of an array, np.shape, which gives me 2 comma 2 rows, 2 columns. And similarly, if I wanted to do multiplication, I don't need to take each element like in the list in for loop. I can just do cross 2. It will multiply, do element wise multiplication in arrays. The next one is I wanted to do inverse. Inverse is little different. I have to call the linear algebra function on the inverse and I can get the inverse. Then the addition, again I don't have to loop through array and then do the addition for each element, because plus, square root, inverse, everything, there is defined functions, and whatever operation you do on arrays, it's element wise operation, unlike list. So I do a2 plus a2, it does the sum, and a2 size is nothing but 2 cross 2 row and column, so which gives me 4. So this concludes the basic operations on arrays. Thanks for watching Nook tutorials. Thanks for watching Nook tutorials.